So we're here at Caustic Graphics, and you're probably wondering, I mean, this is, they have a lot of renderers up here, whether it's OpenRL, Brazil, Lightworks. They don't actually write the renderer itself, like how it's working, but they build a library that the renderers can sit on or access that allows it to take full advantage of the hardware that it's sitting on. So if it's got one CPU, or it's got a CPU with a bunch of big graphics cards, it's going to use the GPU, the CPU, whatever it takes to speed up that rendering process and get the most out of whatever hardware the rendering engine is actually sitting on. So this is really something that augments the stuff that they already have and makes sure that it's taking full advantage of every ounce of the hardware. So once again, this is called Caustic Graphics. So here at Next Limit Technologies, now you're probably wondering what Next Limit does. One of the hardest things to do in computer graphics is really reproduce fluid simulations. So whether that's smoke or water or things breaking apart. And that's really what these guys specialize in. Now they have the Maxwell renderer, which is one of the high-end renderers that you can add on to your 3D packages, but they also have this thing called RealFlow, and they have a new one called RealFlow 5. So what RealFlow 5 really does is it does water simulation, but one of the things that they've really focused on, here you can see a shot of it here, is large-scale water simulation. So if we look at this, this is not, for those of you who have done this, this is not some small little calculation that you're going to do with your off-the-shelf 3D software. This is very, very complex interactions. Not only do they specialize in the interactions with the water, with itself, but with other items. So if it's washing stuff on, down, all of that stuff can be attached to that water, in that water, and being moved around with it. And being able to redo this at a film quality. And if we look a little bit later, these are basic simulations, but here you can see some. If you look at this, here are some water simulations that are very, very, they have lots of stuff in between. Let's see here if we can get to another one here. But you have an enormous amount of control. So here you can see some of the water simulations here, some examples of it. And these kind of water simulations, those kinds of things to put back together are very, very complex. And then what you can do is simply calculate them in RealFlow and then bring them back into your 3D package and render them out. So definitely worth checking out if you need something a little bit more fluid. Once again, RealFlow 5 and Next Limit Technologies. So we're here at V-Ray, and V-Ray makes custom, like the Maxwell renderer and other renderers that we've talked about here, V-Ray makes a custom renderer that you can then plug into your other 3D packages. So whether it's Maya or Cinema 4D or any of these other packages, if you want something that's just a little bit more over the edge, something that's very specialized, you can get great, really great renders from something like V-Ray. Now V-Ray, you pay per render license, so it's actually a whole other cost center for you as you start to do this stuff. But if you're looking for really good motion blur, really good, very, very realistic looking renders, this is something they really specialize in. It's something that we've used on a lot of projects and we've been really happy with. And so if you're looking for a little bit more than what your 3D application may provide, definitely check out V-Ray.